I seriously wanted to hate these, but the more I use it, the more I absolutely love it. But it's not without its flaws. It definitely has flaws that I wish I knew, and you guys should too. And hey, if anyone at Meta is watching this, I have a billion-dollar idea, so keep watching. These, of course, are the Ray-Ban Meta AI-powered glasses, and the model here I have are the transitions, and more on that later. When these first came out, I want to say about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I thought to myself, who is this for? Like, it's so stupid. Who's going to be buying this? I just didn't really understand. Now, the first day I got these, I put them on, and then immediately you hear a little to tell you that it came on. So I put them on. I'm like, okay, well, these feel like normal glasses. They're not heavy at all. In fact, I mean, if I didn't know these had electronics in it, I would have just thought they were normal pair of glasses. And in fact, just by looking at them, they also look like a normal pair of glasses or sunglasses, whatever you want to call it. And that's something I love, because the last thing I want is to have like a big piece of AI tech like right here. You know what I mean? It's just that's just a little weird to me. And then what I noticed is that anytime I was outside or somewhere in the store recording, no one really noticed. I mean, yeah, you do have a camera on one side, and on the opposite side you have a light, but they don't look out of place. It almost looks like it's just part of the design. And even when the camera is blinking, you like the other person doesn't really notice, if you know what I mean. Like, maybe if you're talking to someone a foot away from you, they're gonna be like, hey, what's that? You know, like, come on. Be real. But if you're just like walking around somewhere out in public, maybe at a restaurant or something, no one's really gonna know. Well, this is my life now. This is how the audio is if you're talking to someone, let's say on the treadmill. See that light? You barely notice it. Like, I just noticed it because I looked at it. So that's what I mean. Like, people aren't really gonna be noticing that little light. But anyway, hopefully you're not really picking up a lot of my feet, and you're picking up more of my voice. Like I said, I am super impressed with the audio coming out of these, like, sunglasses. It still blows my mind these are sunglasses. So anyway, as I was on my way back from the mall over to my house with the glasses on, that's when it hit me. Like, that's when I truly started to understand, oh my God, these are a game changer. I want you guys to hear like what I'm hearing, so that's why I put this little fuzzy bunny tail on my face. So now you guys know. But anyway, after using this for the past week, they've helped me not use my phone as much. And I know that sounds silly, but I mean, I seriously use my phone less with these glasses on, which I think is a good thing. First of all, when a new text message or iMessage comes in, there's a small LED light on the inside of the frames, which your eye picks up. So you don't have to kind of be sitting there watching a movie on your couch and wonder, oh, did so-and-so reply? Because you have this little light here that only you can see, really. No one around you can actually see that light. So when it's kind of blinking, your peripheral vision is kind of picking that up. So you're like, oh, okay, now I got a text message, and now I can check my phone without having to sit there and check your phone every 5 minutes because you don't have patience. But also, when it comes time to actually making a phone call, that's another way that I don't really use my phone anymore, like as much, honestly, because anytime someone's calling me, remember, these are connected to your phone via Bluetooth, so they act like a normal pair of earphones, really. So anytime someone calls you, Meta is like, hey, so-and-so is calling you, do you want to pick up? You can either say answer or decline, or double tap to answer, and then once you're done talking, double tap to decline. So even when it comes to calling, I don't really even use my phone anymore. But the thing that really sold these to me and made me realize, oh my God, yeah, these, I finally get it now. For example, you're at the doctor's office, right? You get there at 10, it's your appointment time, but you gotta wait an extra 45 minutes for God knows, why. So you're sitting there, uh-oh, you forgot your earbuds at home. So now you can't just at least scroll some TikTok to kill some time. But then you realize, oh man, these have speakers. And anytime you play content with these connected to your phone, all the content comes through the speakers, and the speakers are really good. There are two speakers, one on each side, and they kind of project sound into your ear without annoying other people. Don't get me wrong, at full volume, yeah, the person next to you, they're definitely going to hear what you're listening to. They're going to hear the context. They're going to hear everything. But if you're listening to these at like 50% volume, which is still loud enough for you to hear perfectly, but not anyone else. So that's a win. So as an example on the speakers, that's why I put this little fuzzy bunny butt. I'm going to play a video from my YouTube channel so you guys can actually hear what it sounds like and you can kind of see for yourself. So this is at 50% volume. I hope you guys can hear it because this would be really awkward. So now let me go to 100% volume.
16 gigabytes of RAM and up to 512 gigs of storage.
It's pretty crazy because it actually sounds like I'm wearing earphones. Like the sound is so directed to your ear, it actually kind of fools you into thinking you have something in your ear, like a speaker, but you don't. Now, when you're recording, these obviously let you completely enjoy the moment without a phone in your hand. But at the same time, you know you're capturing the moment, and that is honestly incredible. Like the more you realize that, the more you realize how incredible these glasses are. Like imagine being at someone's birthday party and you're the one carrying the cake and everyone's looking at you, including the birthday boy or birthday girl. Boom, you can press record and keep that memory in a POV fashion for as long as you want, really. And it's just those moments. Or for example, when you're graduating, you can kind of relive that special moment in your life for as long as you want. The point of these is not to be a professional camera. I see a lot of reviews saying these are nowhere near as good as your iPhone, like video recording wise. And that's true, but that's not the point of these. These are for capturing moments you otherwise just simply could not capture. And if you ask me if I would rather have no video or maybe slightly worse video than my iPhone, I'm definitely going to pick slightly worse video than not having a video of that thing at all. But also not to mention, a lot of people, like your friends and family, they might change the way they act on camera. So if you're going to a birthday or you're going to some family meetup or something, you can kind of quietly record and still get everyone's genuine, like, emotions and everything like that, instead of just walking around like this. Like, oh, hey guys, how's it going? Like, dude, that's annoying even around your family, you know what I mean? But again, with these, you just be in the moment and you're still recording without annoying everyone else. I mean, that by itself to me is worth all the money. Now, of course, the quality isn't gonna be like, oh my god, jaw-dropping, let me go ahead and send this to Hollywood. It's good, but not like the best, but it's definitely passable for social media, like easily, you know what I mean? Could you go out and buy a GoPro and then hang it on a head strap over here, or like right here in the center of your face? Yeah, you could, but then you're gonna look like this. You know what I mean? Like that's the opposite of inconspicuous. I mean, you're gonna look like a coal miner. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying that's what you're gonna be looking like. Now, there is a small downside out of a few that I have. Now, the one downside is that you cannot record horizontal video. Meta made this, Meta, which is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, those apps, which are really secure and they never leak your data, and now we have a camera strapped to our face. So, but anyway, I do still wish they at least gave us the option to record horizontal video, maybe not on by default, but something that you can toggle on. Unfortunately, we don't. So if you're going to be using these for YouTube, well, obviously your videos are going to be looking like this. So you either love it, you hate it, or you just upload to TikTok and any other vertical format. Oh, and by the way, I was for sure thinking that these were gonna sound bad when it comes to actually picking up my voice, because there's no like wind muffle, that little, thing, the windbreaker, whatever you want to call it. It's not on here. It's just bare microphones around the glasses. So I thought, man, that my voice is gonna get destroyed by wind. But damn, man, the sound quality on these when picking up your voice is just nuts. So I'm on my way to the gym right now. I brought my iPad with me. Don't laugh. I like to watch Netflix when I'm on the treadmill, and it's a good time killer. But anyway, I'm just super shocked at how good the quality is coming out of something that just sits on your face and doesn't look like a piece of tech. So you can have both hands free, do whatever you want, but at the same time, you're also kind of recording like literally everything around you. Like, that to me is a huge deal, because if you're going to be recording something that's on your face and not protected by the wind, you can at least make the AI good enough to kind of cancel out the wind and other background noises, and it does a really good job. And also, they updated these with AI, and yeah, I don't know. There are many times that it shocked me that it actually answered what I was asking because of how maybe difficult it was. But then on the flip side, it also shocked me on how it did not answer the easy stuff. For example, you can say, "Hey Meta, what am I looking at right now?"
You are looking at a smartphone.
How much does it cost?
I can't help with requests about product pricing or availability.
I don't know if you guys heard that,
I'll be able
but
to
anytime you ask the AI to kind of see like what something costs, like for example, you're at the store, maybe you want to know, is this the best price or is there a better price on Amazon? You can't ask it, "Hey, look at this and tell me the price of it on Amazon," which seems kind of odd since these are connected to your phone. And if you have Amazon installed on your phone, surely they can make a way to make them talk to each other, but it doesn't work like that. And also, another thing that shocked me is that I asked, "Hey, if I leave my location right now and I want to go to this location, will I run into any traffic?" And it also didn't answer me. It just says like, "I can't do that," or something like that, which is again weird, because like everyone has the maps on their phone. So why can't they talk together and say, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have traffic if you go down this route," or something like that. Another weird limitation is that you actually have to almost relearn how to speak to AI. You can't really use like your normal talking voice and the words that you usually talk with. I don't know how to explain it. But for example, let's say you're watching a movie, you see an actor, you're like, "Damn, where's that actor from? I swore I saw him in another movie." You can say, "Hey, look at this and tell me like what other movies this person played in." It will not answer. It will literally say, "I cannot give you any information on people." But then if you ask it, "Hey, look at this actor and tell me what movies he's played in," then it'll work. For example, I'm going to try it with him. "Hey Meta, look and tell me what other movies he's played in."
Mark Wahlberg has played in many movies, including...
Oh my god, I'm a liar. Okay, I promise it did not work earlier. Okay, I had to be very specific on what I was asking for it to understand what I wanted. But now it works, right? When I'm recording. Of course, dude. But anyway, believe me, there are some phrases that if you just rearrange the words a little bit, then it'll answer you. So keep that in mind. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, I did buy the transition lenses and they work very well, but it does have some limitations. When stepping into the sun, these will start to really tint like good in about 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how bright the sun is, depending on if you're wearing a hat or no hat, stuff like that. But when going back into a shaded area or back indoors, these will take around like 8 to 10 minutes to fully darken, fully lighten up. Now, I don't really see an issue there, because when these things go dark, you can still see your eyes from another person's perspective. So they're not like pitch black, right? So that being said, if you do walk into a store, within the first couple minutes, it'll start to light up enough to where you can see everything perfectly and the other person can see you with a little bit of tint. And then it fully goes away within about, like I said, 8 to 10 minutes. Another downside of the transitions is inside your car. Now, this is something that I knew and I was totally okay with, but just in case you don't know, these things darken, or not these, but just in general, transition lenses darken when UV light touches it, right? But your car, all the windows in your car have UV blocking like coatings, right? So when you're in your car, even if the sun is shining right in front of you, like a foot away, they're not going to darken. They're going to go maybe like 2% dark, and the rest is going to be just completely transparent. Anyway, back to the things I love, because there's so many of them. I also love this little touch sensor. So like you press once and it'll automatically connect to the music app that you want it to connect to, which is amazing, by the way. Thank you for letting us pick. But then it just kind of works like any of those inline controls. So play, pause, double tap to go next song, triple tap to go back a song, press and hold to activate Meta AI. If a call's coming in, double press to answer it. Once you're done, double press to end it. It's all really intuitive. Like, I never question myself, oh my god, how do I do this? You know, it just seems very easy. If you want to go up volume, in other words, louder, you do this, you go forward. If you want to turn down the volume, you go backward. I mean, it's all so common sense. There's also a button dedicated for photos and videos. So by default, one press is photo, and then press and hold to take a video. I remapped it the other way around. I take more videos than photos, so it only makes sense for me to just click it once. It'll automatically start recording instead of pressing and holding it. But you could also use your voice. So, hey Meta, take a photo. Boom. So you can do that.
Take a photo,
you can also
take a photo or press the capture button.
God, is that you? But anyway, yeah, you can also use your voice, which is amazing, because if you're somewhere that you don't want to talk out loud, you just do that and no one really knows. So, you know, there you go. Now the case is amazing. It's like your typical Ray-Ban case. If you've ever bought Ray-Bans before, you probably already know like the whole deal with this case. I mean, it looks identical to an actual like normal standard Ray-Ban case. I like it. You can see the connectors on the bottom, or kind of right there, the little black thing. These connect to the bridge of the glasses once you're charging them. And then similar to Ray-Bans, these also close like that, but it's not a button, it's actually a light, which tells you the battery percentage of the case. And then if you put these inside the case, it'll kind of, you know, light up orange or green or red depending on the battery level of your glasses. But overall, I mean, a super good looking case. You have that Bluetooth button there if you want to pair these to another phone, the USB Type-C charging. I mean, not bad. I mean, they seriously did a good job considering that there's a battery in here, you know? So I guess this is an excellent segue to talk about the battery life. This microphone is really weighing these down. They keep falling, but normally these don't fall, which is amazing. They don't slide down my face. I have the medium ones, I think, or the small. No, the medium. Yeah, the medium. Anyway, next segue, battery life. As you guys may have noticed or may have heard, it's not good. All in all, what Meta says, 4 hours, is pretty much on point. But a trick I found is that if you turn off the AI, like the voice activation, so the microphones and speakers are not constantly listening to that trigger word, then they last like a lot more, like at least an hour more, which is a good thing to know if you're going to be having like a long day. But this is why I always recommend carrying this around, which for us guys out there, it's kind of hard, right? You can't just put this in your pocket. You don't have a purse either, right? But if you have like a tech backpack or something like that, you can easily throw this in there, or just keep it in the center console of your car. It's not a big deal. This maybe, you know, charge your glasses maybe once for like 30 minutes throughout the day, and you'll be good to go. It'll be kind of hard to drain these completely if you actually do some midday charging, just a little bit. And this is the part where I give Meta some really good advice. Guys, listen to me. Put a silicon carbon battery inside of these. Oh my god. Like all these new phones, which ironically I don't even have in front of me, but there's a lot of new phones that have silicon carbon batteries, and they're basically super energy dense. So even if the battery is the same physical size, it's still going to have a lot more energy in it. Therefore, they can make a battery without making the glasses bigger, and it'll last longer. Please, if you do that, you guys win. But also, another piece of advice, this might make the price a little bit more, so maybe make a pro version of these, you know? But all you got to do is add a little display right here that just says the time, and maybe a little notification symbol to show you that, hey, I missed the notification. Boom, that's it. Just something as small as the date and time, and maybe a little notification symbol, like constantly, like right here. That's gonna be game changing. But whatever you do, do not make the display like right here in the middle, like one of those big rectangles, because other people, they're gonna see it, and that's just kind of, that defeats the point of having like tech AI glasses that don't look like tech AI glasses. But anyway, back to the battery. This case holds about 8 charges, so maybe you'll be charging these, you know, this case maybe once a week, maybe once every 5 to 6 days. Honestly, not bad. So all in all, I think I found my favorite device that I've used in the last couple of years, I want to say. I wanted to hate them, but the more I started using them, the more I started realizing, like, these aren't just AI glasses. They're kind of meant to capture a moment in your life that you don't want to miss, or you don't want to pull your phone out and be annoying. So guys, let me know your opinion on the Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Have you tried it? Have you tried it and then you sold it because you didn't like it? Let me know, because I'm kind of curious, like, to see what more people are thinking, since this is also my first time with AI glasses. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave that like, and if you guys are new here and you like no BS tech reviews, definitely subscribe. And as always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.